Was a girl running in our group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a Super George. Look at Buddy, hot rod and large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod.
I've got a fellow gearhead of mine, a fellow wrench. He's a legitimate wrench. All right, we're two wrenches, and then we got his other brother, Daryl, over there. You remember Daryl from last week? Yeah, handsome devil. Isn't he handsome?
He is.
Yeah, well, it depends on who you talk to, is what we got. They have a car show this coming week. First, there's a car show on the 11th, right?
Yep.
That's the
Sapper 6.
Sapper 6 show. But today we're talking about this car show in Valpo. And this, I got to tell you, it sounds really, really cool. Daryl, what Cars for Charity got behind this right away, huh?
Yeah.
You guys are you a judge? Are you a judge again?
I am going to help out with the judging, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been kicked in the butt by anybody because they didn't make their car the best?
I had a few complaints.
I bet you have. I did it myself a couple times.
Can't make them all happy.
That's another reason we don't have beer gardens at car shows.
Right.
Because I don't want anybody coming up to me all pie-eyed after I judge their car garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't get honorable mention, there's something wrong with your car. Okay, let's say it that way. With your car, not with your. Anyway, you got some great prizes here. You got plenty of stuff going on. Here, Daryl, tell us about this. I'm gonna talk to Dave here in a minute about who this show benefits. It's really cool. Tell us about that stuff. The $20 donation to get in. There's plenty of food and drink. I mean, you guys got it all wired up there. Everything.
We've got the Boy Scouts coming out for food. We'll have at least 19 judged classes. I think we're going to have a couple more. We've talked to some people and had some interest, so we're going to have a couple classes added that we didn't advertise for. People choice. There's some junior pup crew kids from the dog pound that will be picking their choice. I think Dave talked to one of the local police, and they're going to be out there. They're going to pick their
we'll have
favorite.
a policeman's choice.
And, of course, we'll have door prizes, and we're going to do a raffle every 2 hours for the 50-50.
Oh, so there's a chance to make some dough while you're out there.
A couple of chances.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
And I'm not sure what the Boy Scouts are going to do. I believe it's hot dogs and
Outdoor food.
Polish sausage,
Outdoor
things
food.
like that.
They're also going to have a Dutch oven cobbler for dessert, which the directors,
There you go.
he swears it's the best thing you've ever had.
You
So
got my
gotta come out
attention
for that.
when you said cobbler.
Yeah.
George, you're going to have to get some sandals to come out to this one.
Yeah, really, that's out where Christ lost his sandals out there, but Valpo. But you know what? It's not that far. If you're here, or if you're out in Michigan City, or if you're in Benton Harbor, St. Joe, that's a hop, skip, and a jump for you guys.
It's actually Westville, though, George.
Yeah, see, Westville's not far.
10 minutes from Valpo.
Yeah,
Right.
see, you're 20 minutes away from one of the best car shows you're going to see this year. Okay, so you don't want to miss this. This has got sponsors. Who's the sponsors of this? Curry Ford.
Curry Ford. We got a long list of sponsors.
I got to say, the back of it is loaded with sponsors. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, if you want to see, we have sponsors of note. I mean, I can't say them all. Matter of fact, I'll miss two. I know I'll miss one if I do, so we're not going to bother. But I'm going to tell you that this is well done, and it's got all the sponsorship it needs from the local businesses, simply because they believe in this cause, of which I tell you what, is really pretty good. People's Choice Award. I wonder, you know what? Next year, before the summer hits, I'm going to have this trophy place here in Lansing build me some trophies, and they're going to be the car guy pick. And I'm going to bring a trophy to every car show I come to, and I'm going to have a car guy pick.
There you go. That'd be cool.
And I'll tell you which one is, and then I'll have that guy on the air. We'll have pictures of his car, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Didn't you do that?
Long time ago, yeah.
A couple of our shows.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. I did a car guy pick. I had some trophies made, and it worked out. I had a couple of buckets with wax and stuff that were given to me by my parts store. It's pretty nice. Daryl Stone, of course, is married to the wonderful Gem Stone. That's not her real name, but she's a gem. Anyway, and this is David Leeds. This is the fellow that is going to tell you what this is all about, what this is for. This is first I ever heard of it. It's really cool.
So this car show is going to benefit a rescue that's very dear to my heart. It's Giant Paw Prints Rescue. We're an all-breed rescue. We specialize in large dogs, some with severe medical conditions that cost a lot of money, and we spare no expense. We get them fixed up, we give them love, and show them tenderness and care, and then we do our best to find them the best home. Not everybody gets a Giant Paw Prints dog, only the people that deserve one.
So you're picky.
We're very picky, you know. I mean, we put a lot of effort and money into these
idea.
dogs, and, you know, we make sure they go to somewhere where they're going to be loved the way we would love them.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea simply because you could get some real slugs just want a dog.
Absolutely.
And then they find out 2 weeks later, I don't like that dog. He's too big.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that
we get a lot of dogs because people decide after they've adopted them that they're too big, and then they end up with us.
That's what my dad used to say, big dogs, big dog piles. You're not getting a big dog, George.
Well, the big dogs are a joy. Most of them are all love, and you know, once you get adapted to their size, they're better than a small dog in a lot of conditions.
Oh,
you know, they're a lot of them are calm, and they're just a great companion.
Well, and they're a great companion for you because if you are accosted, they can take care of you.
Yeah.
And they have their little loyalties. That's what I understand about it.
Sure.
I have a good friend that trains or used to train dogs for the military and said for their handler, that's the best dog in the world.
Yeah,
That's
bet.
like having a wife. That's a second wife over here and wherever they were, Afghanistan at the time or whatever. He says, but if you're not the handler, if the handler doesn't like you, if that dog even smells that he doesn't like you, you have trouble.
Yeah.
And that dog's big enough to stand up to it.
Sure.
And you just don't see anybody specializing on the big dogs. And they do have some serious medical problems. I mean, some of the German Shepherds have hip problems, right?
Sure. You bet.
The Bull Mastiffs, don't they have hip problems? I don't know.
Some of the bigger dogs do, but you know, a lot of them just come in with medical issues that, you know, are very readily solvable, but their previous owners or the shelter, whatever had them, didn't have the money to do it. So, you know, we're 100% donation based, all volunteers. Nobody in the rescue takes one penny out.
In other words, they weren't taken care of.
Right. Every penny that we raise goes directly back to the dogs. No salaries, no nothing.
Okay, Daryl, you have to explain to everybody how to get there, where this is. And I'm going to tell she who will be obeyed to get my sandals out.
All right. So if you're coming from the
West.
west, you can either come down Interstate 80 and 94 to 421 and head south. You can come down Ridge Road. If you're out this way, it's Ridge Road. When you get out by there, it's Route 6. It's the same road. You can take Route 30 out to 421 and then head north. And when you get to the intersection of Route 6 and 421, you'll see some baseball fields. We're right on the other side of the ball fields. Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. It's right there, right? Every expressway leads to the car show.
George, you'll smell that peach cobbler.
I know. That's going to kill me. Oh, I feel like a 3-dose insulin coming up. I'm going to have to bring my bottle of insulin with me.
Probably not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. When I get around cobbler, that and what's that corn I get all the time, Eric? Oh, my God. Kettle corn. They have these big bags. I buy huge bags of them. I got to be out of my mind. But you know what? It's from my childhood. I remember stuff that is so good, you know. My mom was a baker. Cobblers.
We set up the car show a couple of years ago, Eric, and we had a kettle corn guy there, and I set it up, and I parked him right next to George.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a booth right next to the kettle corn guy. Guess what I ate all day long? All day long. And brought a big bag home. Oh, yeah, Sandy, she looked at me like, what are you going to do with all that popcorn? You watch. It goes good with beer. It goes down real fast with beer. And I'm home now, so I'll have a beer. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to this. This is actually pretty cool. Curry Motors, I understand they're pretty good with a lot of car shows. They've been pretty, as far as sponsors, they've been.
Yeah, they're great. They help us out every year.
They're something else. I mean, I see them, and I see them always when there's a car show out that way in their area. Curry Motors is on the sheet. I mean, they want to be involved. Apparently, they like you guys. I don't know if they like big dogs, but they like you guys. The Cars for Charity. It's quite a deal. It's not that hard to get to, guys. You can get there from Benton Harbor, St. Joe. You can get there from Michigan City. Like Daryl just said, come down 94 to 421 and come south. You can't miss it. If you're going Route 30, come north. You can't miss it again. Coming from the east, I don't know. I don't know anything about that out there. What is that? That's all cornfields, ain't it?
It is. There's a few. But it doesn't matter where you're coming from. 94 get you to 421, 6 get you to 41, and 30 gets you to 421.
Route 6, Ridge Road, I wasn't aware of this, but I remember years ago my dad telling me, and I'd absolutely forgotten about it now, but my dad told me when I was a little bit older that Route 6 goes coast to coast.
Yes, it does.
It goes coast to coast. You can take Route 6 and travel it from New York to California. All back roads, all 2 lanes, some of them, it's just insane. But that was the original coast to coast highway. And Route 30 was supposed to take its place. US 30. Well, now US 30 is more or less a part of Route 6 at certain points in the highway. Anyway, that's beside the point. Good car show, great cause. Great cause. These guys have it all working for you. And a couple of good old gearheads that I love talking to. I mean, we can waste the time away telling you about cars and the problems they're having that are amazing. Let me just tell you, I've had a week of nothing but problem cars at my shop, and these guys will tell you these cars are known for that. So it's the kind of stuff that you're not supposed to say. I don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to. Of course, you remember everything said here on the car show is strictly the opinion of George Vincent, the car guy. It has nothing to do with Gerard Media or any of its 5 stations. They are clean and green. They just pick me up and put me out on the airwaves. And in turn, I pick these guys up and put them out on the airwaves because I like them. I like what they're doing, and I like what they're doing it for. So that works, and it works good for me. But anyway, so there's plenty of stuff to talk about. You got to believe it. Anyway, this weekend, let's get going. This weekend and next. First Saturday, this Sunday, Blue Top, the Newports. Oh, they're good. And then next weekend, you got the car shows, 11th and 12th. The Sapper 6 is in Valpo.
Sapper 6 is in Maryville. Across from South Lake Mall.
So this one is in Westville.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, Sapper 6 is, across from the mall. I'm with Daryl Stone and Dave Leeds. David Leeds. You go by Dave or David?
It would be Dave.
All right, Dave Leeds. And we're talking about the car show coming up next week in Valparaiso, or in Wheeling.
Westville.
Just somewhere out there. Out there where Christ lost his sandals. Daryl told you how to get there, right? Right? It's 94 to 421. If you go south, you'll hit it. If you go Route 30, you go north on 421 and you'll hit it again.
If you take 6, when you get there to 421, you're on the corner.
Yeah, and if you come down Route 6, you're right there anyway. So that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let me ask you, you going to have your car in the show?
My car will be there, but it will not be judged.
All right, how about my girlfriend, Jem?
It will be there, but it will not be judged.
Okay. Well, that's only fair if you're one of the judges. I get it. But you guys just don't travel around in regular cars, I know. Do you even have a family car? You got a grocery getter?
I got a truck.
That's not a grocery getter.
It's got a back seat.
That's still not a grocery getter. It runs 12 seconds. Come on.
No, I got an F-150.
Oh, you got a big truck like a farmer.
Yeah.
Okay, one of those. You got a farm truck. Okay.
And another Mustang, a newer one.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that one. She don't drive that no more. She's got the hot rod. She's driving the little one.
She's driving it today.
Is she?
Yeah.
And she's out by the pound. She's
at the pound today. Dave's wife and her went out to Plymouth this morning and passed out some flyers for the show.
Plymouth?
Plymouth.
That's a great town. I love that town.
Big car show out there.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I've been out there to the races. I haven't been out there to a car show ever.
It's at the Blueberry Fest.
Oh, that's right. This is the Blueberry Fest weekend. Absolutely. And Dave here is a car repair guy just like me. He's an old gearhead, an old clutch buster. And your shop is in Valpo, you say?
Yeah, I actually run a machine shop, George.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Keller Machine.
Keller Machine. And you do cylinder heads and stuff like that?
No, we do steel mill work.
Steel mill work?
Yeah.
Ah.
I do gearhead stuff, but I do that in my own shop.
You do that in your own shop.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, I don't blame you. Yeah, you can't mix business and pleasure, but sometimes you can. This is my radio show is kind of like business and pleasure, and having these guys in is business and pleasure. It's a good deal, because we got car shows coming up this whole week, this weekend and next weekend. This is the time to be alive. This for the car guys, for car people. This is it. It really is. 928 car guys. If you want to weigh in on us, Eric will be glad to pick up the dial. He'll let you know. And you got to call in, say hi to these guys. This is for a good cause. This is for a good cause. Matter of fact, I sent a message to two friends of mine that are big into this. One guy I told you was a trainer of big dogs for the military, and his daughter, who was a veterinarian or something in the city, and she just loves big dogs. She's got a big one now. Some dog, she named him Gary. I don't know why. She doesn't want a husband. She wants a dog. She doesn't like us very well. We're kind of like most men are pigs. Is that what she said? But dogs are true. Dogs are honest.
They're loyal.
They're loyal. Yeah, that's hard to do. Yeah, I understand. We're not going to go there. But yeah, and she loves her dogs, and she's good at it. She works at a big vet downtown, and she's always out in the yard with her friend Gary. He's a good dog. Big dog. All big dogs. That's all they've ever had. And I think this is just such a great deal. This pound, where is this at?
The rescue is actually in Westville, Indiana.
It is in Westville.
Yeah, it's a small house that our owner bought and turned into kennels. We have 6 kennels in there, and then we have a large meet and greet room. And we actually have one dog, Casey, who is kind of the house dog, and he lives in the meet and greet. And sometimes some of the other dogs will get along with him, and he'll share his space.
He's the king of the roost, though.
He is definitely the king of the roost.
What kind of dog is he?
Casey's a Great Dane.
Oh, jeez.
We have a lot of Great Danes and Mastiffs.
Marmaduke, they do get big.
Yeah, he's big. He's 140 pounds, but he's all love. Great dogs.
How cool is that? How absolutely cool is that? Well, and to do these things, it takes a lot of money.
It does take a lot of money.
You want to come out to this car show, do not have any of the cobbler. Do not touch the cobbler till I get there. You must leave it alone.
Don't worry, George. I'll make sure they save you some.
I want cobbler, and don't you dare to eat all my cobbler. Especially you, Daryl. I see that.
I don't know nothing.
I see. The pandemic has not been good to you either.
It hasn't hurt me, man.
It put a couple pounds on me, but not bad.